So you've heard that offshoring exists in the customs brokerage industry, and now you're wondering how common it is and if there's a reason to be concerned. Let's be honest, taking certain business services and processes offshore can be beneficial. If not, so many industries wouldn't already be doing it. But the bigger question is who they are benefiting the most, particularly in the customs brokerage industry. Offshoring in our industry is the practice of basing some of a company's processes or services with third-party overseas corporations, for example, India, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Companies offshore aspects of their business to cut costs, often to good effect, saving money and delivering an acceptable quality of work. While U.S. laws prohibit a customs broker from offshoring any customer data or processes, Canadian customs laws do not. So here are some things you should always keep in mind. If your data is in the hands of a third-party offshore service provider, you may have less control over your confidential information. And the technical knowledge of an offshore company may not quite be the same as using 100% local representation. This is because Canadian and U.S. customs brokers have extensive experience working within their markets and have comprehensive knowledge of the customs processes and regulations applicable. And it's their job to stay up to date with changing regulations and maintain close working relationships with local customs offices. Customs brokers are federally licensed under a variety of government regulations that protect the rights of the importer, and customs brokerage principals are subject to background checks and qualifying standards. Comprehensive government licensing, operational and security standards are also mandated for Canadian and U.S. customs brokers. Most importantly, always remember that the burden of responsibility for customs compliance rests with the importer. So it's important that companies have complete trust in their broker to have their back and understand their needs in the countries where they operate. In the end, you don't know what you don't ask. So ask your broker whether they offshore all or part of their business process involving your transactions. And understand that while offshoring likely means lower rates, it could also mean higher risks. So decide if the compliance risk is worth the potential savings. Canada and the United States are continually increasing their compliance enforcement actions, which brings a greater likelihood of finding non-compliance issues and increased costs for mistakes or oversights. In a changing trade environment with new agreements, new tariffs, and surtaxes looming, it's more important than ever to get things right with customs. Cole International's customs professionals never offshore client data or client processes. Our experienced brokers are based right here in Canada and in the United States to work closely with our clients to meet their needs. Offshoring, it's not what we do.